Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, enemies. We are here for NECC Finals, Valpo, Rocket League versus Bradley University. My name's Henry Speedy Kill Ninja, and today I'm joined with...
Adam once here. So going in Henry, as we kind of get ready for this first game in this best of seven series, due to it
Mhm.
being the finals, could you kind of tell us a little bit of the story about both teams and kind of how they got here?
Yeah, so this is the probably seventh time we've played this team this academic year, and fifth time we've played them just this semester. So Bradley University in the NECC, we actually won both of our sets 3-0 via sweep, and when we played them in the MVC in the Missouri Valley, we got swept both times. So far this spring we are 2-2 in total set count. So I guess that'll be the tiebreaker. But starting lineup for Bradley, AMX, a very familiar face for Bradley. He is their kind of star player there. Wico and Canadian. And then for Valpo, Jank, Master 7, and Oblivix. But yeah, very strong team. A lot of respect between these two opponents today. But we also may run into them on Saturday at the Missouri Valley Conference playoffs. So this is a team we are incredibly familiar with, know all the ins and outs of each other. So I know Valpo. In Rocket League, the scouting and prep typically isn't as intensive, but for this match specifically, because we have so much film and have played this team so much, there's a lot of work that went into prepping for this match today.
Now, I was going to say, kind of going in once again, we're going to see that neither team's going to be able to give an opportunity for a goal being scored here, as it is the first minute. No goals being scored, and just kind of keeping things up in the air to see who's going to take the early lead in this first game.
And Rocket League this year has yet to lose a series and has only lost 4 games in the NECC the entire season. So I believe their map differential now is like 28-4 in games. But yeah, I mean, they're undefeated heading into this NECC final. And this is actually the team we played in the NECC final in the spring. And that was our most recent championship that we've had as a program, was that NECC Spring Rocket League. But yeah, 2 minutes into this one, and a lot of back and forth so far, but nothing too crazy yet. No kind of shots that have stopped our discussion quite yet, interrupted us. We do have Oblivix trying to center up this ball. Jank gonna get a nice touch on it.
Going to reset, Master Step going to be up in the air, not going to be able to get it further towards goal. Going to be a slight collision there. Ball still stayed relatively neutral. AMX and Jake going for this ball here, not going to be able to find anything. Ball potentially being centered, now going back to being on Valpo offense here. Ball nearly going in, keeping us. We're just as ready for you, Valpo fans, to see who's going to be taking this first game, because this will be a little bit of momentum. And we are going to see the first goal of this best of seven series going to be scored by Bradley with a really good knockup by Wico, and AMX going to be able to find the first goal.
Yeah, AMX, like I said, I mean, absolute stud for Bradley University, SSL rank, and just a really good player. And I know even in person, between some of the lands we've been to too, our teams have actually grown quite close off the pitch. But today he is our #1 enemy. Halfway through this one, Bradley taking the lead up 1-0 in this best of 7 series. Of note is getting into these later rounds of playoffs. The series are a bit longer. And then we also will have a best of 7 for Academy Overwatch, who is also playing in the NECC Finals at 8 p.m. So really excited for that match, and whenever this match is finished up, we'll switch over. But we do have Bradley going for another opportunity. AMX with a shot. Oblivix was able to get the save there. Master Seb playing discipline on that back post, and a nice shot, but just going to be left to the post. But Valpo going to be in an attacking position now. They were able to pick up some of those corner boosts on Bradley's side, so that's going to be good for their boost economy.
Oblivix is going to respond, kind of slowing this ball down a little bit. Jane going to hit it, continue to have Valpo on offense here. AMX, ball being centered. Oblivix going to look for it, not having a lot of boost. Canadian going to be able to respond. Boost contention is going to be pretty strong here. We talk about it before, but if you're on attack, you're able to get you consistently are having shots on goal. Eventually, you're just not going to be able to respond. We're going to see that Oblivix is going to get the demolition here. Shot going towards the side of Valpo. Valpo needing to defend. Wico is going to get behind slightly, but Oblivix is going to be available to prevent this ball from going in.
1 minute left here. Valpo needs to get a good attack opportunity. Going to be a scary shot, and Wico able to find the goal. Valpo had a bad kind of approach to that ball and was put in an awkward position. Wico is able to finish it off. Nice touch there. Finds good placement. And Bradley going to go up 2-0 here in game one.
Valpo needed to take this opportunity here to score a pretty quick goal if they want to secure a fighting possibility of not conceding game one here. MasterSep going to look for something. Jake also head up in the air, going to run out of boost. Looks like he will win the boost towards getting that in the center, but not going to be able to keep the ball from going on his side for defense.
30 seconds left here. Now or never for Valpo. Need to get a clear out here and a decent look at a goal. Nice touch by Wico.
Canadian going to respond with a shot on goal himself. Jake going to be able to block. AMX going for something, going to continue to keep off this offensive pressure here. Canadian not gonna be able to find something, but with this clock ticking down here, Valpo is it's Jenks. The ball's still gonna stay in play.
It's like unlikely they'll find 2 goals in 0 seconds there. But a good first game going to go to the way of Bradley. Low scoring affair so far in game one. Had AMX leading the way for Bradley University, with Oblivix leading the way for Valpo with 272 points. Very low scoring game, but great defense. Had a stalemate for the first half of the game, but AMX was able to break the ice on that one. And then Wico with the other goal towards the end there. What do you think Valpo needs to switch up here in game two? Not to put you on the spot, but...
I was gonna say normally I would say like something like communication or boost economy, but we were seeing a lot. We were seeing both of those being really good from the side of Valpo in this first game. So I would probably say if something we need to see Valpo to be a little bit stronger on, I think, is just continuing to have a more offensive pressure, especially when they were down 0-2. I think they were still trying to just kind of trying to still keep your 2-1 instead of kind of maybe needing to go for an all-out attack there, because at that point when it's 45 seconds, if you don't get that first goal, it's going to be really hard for you to do something here.
Yeah, I think the key word you used in there was pressure. I know that was a big kind of theme of their approach to this game, is to be able to apply pressure. Now, whether that's offensively getting that shot after shot, but also just being aggressive with it, getting those bumps, getting those demos. It's something that we saw a lot of success with in the semifinal match for this Rocket League team. But every match we've played against this team has ended in a sweep. So hoping to break that today. Although we got a lot of Rocket League left, so I highly doubt we'll see a sweep today. Knocking on wood. I don't know why I just said that, but in this best of 7, I'm really expecting these two teams to deliver quite an entertaining series today.
Which it's always a good day of Rocket League when it's a close match, and especially when you're in the finals. These teams have been working extremely hard throughout the semester to get to where they are. You guys see a lot of the times just in the games alone, but for every 30 minutes, 30 minutes to an hour of streams that you see here, these teams are spending 10 hours at least on practice and other scrimmages to provide these 30-minute times, and that's just with formal practice, let alone them playing this game for fun and working on combos, working on air dribbles, working on boost tapping, and all that other stuff that, if you're a good Rocket League player, you can tell me is all the secrets to the trade there.
Yeah, I think their focus this week has been that first touch for some of the players, specifically Oblivix this week. So we'll see what those first touches look like. It's so important, though. So Oblivix is not able to find a first touch on that one, but Jank with a nice save and just going to get enough of that ball there. And 2 minutes through this one, no goals yet. Jank going to get a dunk, get over a defender there, but AMX there for the save. But Valpo going to be in a good spot here. Wico able to clear this ball out.
Right towards center. AMX is going to look to take control of this and look for a shot of his own. Ball going to be a little bit weak, not having a lot of momentum there. MasterSep going to get knocked into the air, but going to have some opportunity.
Oh!
And
Valpo on the board here. Goal for Oblivix with a nice assist from MasterSep. And it looks like they just were able to find a gap. It was kind of a 2v1 there, and Wico just not taking a great approach on that ball and going to go right past him halfway through game 2, and Valpo takes the lead 1-0.
If you want to see this, you're a Valpo fan, but as we've also said before, these games can change quite quickly. So Valpo wants to get ahead, but at this point they can't. They now do have the luxury of trying to stall out the clock here. We still have slightly over half of this Rocket League game left, in which anything can happen. We are going to see a trade demolition there. Going to be a 2v2 for a slight second. MasterSep going to be able to be back online. We're seeing that. We're seeing a Blivix with the boost going to try to look for something here. Bounce it up. Not going to be able to do much as AMX is going to bring this ball back towards the center. And Valpo switching immediately from offense to defense.
Ooh, and a nice goal by AMX there. So we'll take a look back at this one. Able to collect it off the wall, bounce it to himself. I mean,
seems
dang.
like a slight miscommunication between Jank and Oblivix there for who was going to defend that ball, because there were two people there.
Yeah. It was coming in quick and in a tough spot, but a great kickoff by Bradley. Jank luckily able to find the save there. Oh, and Jank with a huge play there. Unfortunately, AMX able to find it, but Valpo going to be in a great position here, and with the demo, but a lucky hit by Bradley is going to buy them some time. You see him being aggressive now with some of these bumps and demos. That's what I like to see for Valpo.
These bumps and scrapes, again, Valpo's gonna be, if Valpo's smart, they're gonna be able to make Bradley lose some of that momentum, and that momentum can be such a big change, especially in Rocket League, where one bad rotation, one bad timing that you're used to, and now one part of your combination is off, and that can lead into some not nice things for either team.
I will say, like, one of the only really annoying things to deal with in Rocket League 2 is when you get bumped. And I know when I play Rocket League, sometimes you just see red, and instead of going for the ball, you just try and demolition derby the other car. But 1 minute left here. We're tied up in game 2, and no sign of any goals happening anytime soon. But Bradley finding a nice opportunity here. Blivix going to be coming at it from a tough angle. Not going to be in the best spot here. AMX going to try and center it, but Oblivix with a great clear with no boost as well.
Needing going to center it. There is going to be double commit. Valpo needing to be careful here again with that communication. All of Valpo does look to be extremely out of boost here.
Great
so
pass.
Be careful. That pass going to go technically
Little
to the
shallow.
side of... Little shallow. Oblivix is going to be dribbling this ball and trying to slow it down and not let Bradley know what the fact's going to happen. But we are in the countdown for these final 10 seconds of this second game before we go into our first overtime. And it does look like that they're just going to let the ball hit the ground because they believe that it's a better opportunity to get a kickoff here with overtime.
Overtime in game 2 here. Big kickoff here. Jank with a nice touch there. Canadian going to have an opportunity here. Go for a freestyle. Good shot, but MasterSep able to collect that. And Valpo has a 3-on-1 here. AMX able to get a touch on it and buy time for his team. Wiko's going to be able to clear it out, but MasterSep able to steal that ball and is going to try and center in mid here for the team. Going to make a great pass to Jank, but gets in front of the shot there.
A good teamwork. We're going to want to keep seeing more of that. We're going to see MasterSep going for the ball here. AMX going to respond by being a blocker himself. Jank looks like he's going to take control along with Oblivix. Ball being centered a little bit towards Valpo's goal, but not having anyone from Bradley there in order to respond. Oblivix is going to look to take control of this ball here. Going to start dribbling it, centering it for Jank here. Going to look for something in the air. Trying to slow it down. And nearly going to be able to get past Canadian, but not going to be able to. Valpo continuing on this offensive. Need to switch slightly to defensive as that ball does get cleared. Jank going to be able to tap it slightly, but not enough to start bringing it out from Valpo's goal.
Valpo. Blivix going to have the ball here. Going to get past one of Bradley's defenders here. AMX going to be in goal along with Wiko there. Wiko able to clear this one out. Minute 20 into overtime, and Valpo in a scary spot. Jank just able to find the angle on that. It's very close to an own goal, but he was able to just get in front of it enough. 1:30 into overtime here. Bradley on attack now.
We need to see some let's go Valpo. I'm here in chat as we need to give our Valpo Rocket League team as much energy as we can. If you guys all in the chat can give some let's go Valpo, give some hype to them. as this goal is going to be a pretty big. This whoever scores this next goal is going to be a pretty big
Yeah.
momentum. Whether Valpo is going to be able to tie this up 1-1, or if Bradley will be up 2-0. So we want to see some energy in the chat as we're seeing kind of a very tense game being played with offensive and defensive being switched quite frequently.
Yeah, that is a big difference in series, but a great bump there. But we have Canadian coming out of nowhere. That darn director Cam.
This
But yeah,
director came throwing
I
us
mean, they're
off.
making some great plays here for Valpo, so hopefully they're going to be able to find the gap eventually in this defense. But Bradley has been rock solid so far on defense. Oblivix with a nice shot, going to be just right, though. Able to get the save. Jake. Oh, we did have that bump there by that boost. I was thinking Valpo might have a gap there.
Ball staying up in the air, and it's been 2 minutes and 40 seconds. This game going for a pretty long while, feeling like one of our longer individual games that we've had.
Yep. And like you said, that difference between 1-1 and 2-0 is big. It's not quite match point if it's 2-0, but that momentum in a series can be huge.
Ball going to continue to kind of bounce between two sides. Jank going to be out of boost here, needing Blivix is going to respond to this ball. Going to be grabbed full boost himself. Kind of trying to wait down this time slightly. Wiko trying to find a pop here. Not going to be able to. Blivix is going to look to gain control of this ball here. AMX is going to be able to is going to defend that relatively well. Jank going for some aerials here. Master Seb not going to be able to find the hit that he was looking for. Oblivix does have the opportunity for a goal here. He isn't able to dribble past Batu, but the angle is not going to let him score this, as Bradley and Valpo both are not letting each other score here.
Yeah, it feels like Valpo's able to get past that first. Oh, and Jake with a big goal, and that's going to be game 2 for Valpo with a great assist from Master Seb. Taking a look back at this play, Master Seb able to get past the defender there and put a great pass, and Jank able to get Carr on ball and put it away. 3:46 into game 2. Almost played a full another game there just in overtime, but Valpo able to tie it up. But quite a good game, and so far this series is going exactly how I'd expect it to. Just back and forth, a lot of brutal overtimes. But we do have Jank leading the way for Valpo with 643 points and that overtime goal. He had 11 shots. Taking a look at the shot differential here, we had Valpo 17 shots against 9 shots. So it took me a while to do the math there. Amex leading the way for Bradley with 778 points, leading the MVP in that game. But just going to take a breather here for the teams, talk it over a little bit, but we should be back in game 3 pretty shortly here. But what are your thoughts on that game, too?
Definitely had me on the edge of my seat, on the edge of my seat for at least the past 4 minutes of Rocket League action here. Watching these two teams go at it, this game has shown why both of these teams are in the finals. Never going to let the other rest for even a second here. We're actually going to hop right in to game 3 of this best of 7 series. I was going to say I see from Brick Solid that it's been the longest overtime. I don't know specifically. We'd have to check our records.
No, I don't think so. No, we've had some 4-minute overtimes for Valpo this season for sure, though.
We gotta
this spring
get those
season.
Valpo record books.
I know.
Back on hold.
I
We
know.
joked about it a few streams ago, but it's sounding less and less like a joke and more that we just need some sort of notes. Ball going to be blocked. We're going to see that Wiko and Oblivix are going to fight. Wiko will win that boost. Will win that boost fight, forcing Oblivix to back off slightly. Master Step is going to be in a 2v1 right now. Not going to be able to do too much. Ball going to get centered slightly towards towards Bradley's goal here. Amex and Wiko going to be on it. Oblivix is going to start taking control of this. Amex is going to be able to dribble past. Going to give him an opportunity to at least center that ball for the side of Bradley. Master Step going to clear it out.
Minute through this one, no goals just quite yet. Valpo on attack. Master Seb looking for opportunity. Does miss. Gonna leave Oblivix here by himself, but able to get a nice touch on that one. We do have Canadian getting demoed here, so that's probably going to be good for Valpo's defense, and they're going to be able to get a clear off that. We do have Canadian coming back right off the demo with no boost. Master Seb able to clear that one out.
They're going to be able to find that corner, but AMX going to be right where Valpo doesn't want them to be. Jake not having any boost, so not going to be able to make too many crazy plays. Oblivic's also going to be out of boost. Valpo needing to be careful here as this ball could potentially be going in a way that they don't like. Director Cam kind of being a little funny there, but we're going to see that AMX is going to block it before that ball is going towards Valpo's own goal there.
2 minutes through this one, and we are locked up at 0-0. I mean, this is what we typically see from these two teams are these lower scoring affairs. As Bradley tends to play more of a defensive game. They always are very disciplined, always have somebody on that back post, kind of playing that last line of defense. We saw in the overtime that Valpo would get past a player, but there would always be another one waiting there. But we do see a nice save there by Oblivix halfway through Game 3 here in the NECC Finals. Valpo has yet to lose a game this spring season in the NECC. I believe Bradley finishing second in their division. Ooh, and Wico with a nice goal there, and Bradley going to get on the board here first in Game 3.
And you can see from Jank's angle, it does look like that it was just and Master Sim, just a slight angle miscalculation.
Yep.
As that first goal is going to be scored. Valpo just needs to shake it off. You still have over 2 minutes of game time left, and anything can happen in Rocket League.
Yep. And what's funny, too, about this matchup is, Jank with a great opportunity there, but not able to find it, but a great play nonetheless. Wico able to get the save there. MX with a nice shot. But what I was going to say is we've had this core three together for Valpo for 2 years now, and so has Bradley. So it's been the exact same players this entire time that we've been going back and forth. You think, and Oblivix off the right post.
Taking a quick look at this again, we're going to see that Master Set is going to get the assist there. And Oblivix once again from the angle we're going to see, I believe that was AMX is going to hit that ball slightly, allowing it to go into their own goal. And it's going to be tied again, 1-1, with just under 2 minutes left on the clock in this third game of this best of 7 series.
Valpo with a nice opportunity there. Master Seb with a great center, but not able to find it. Oblivix not taking the best angle on that ball, and just able to save it. Valpo caught a break there for sure. Master Seb going to be able to send it off the wall. Does fake! Oh, he fakes it! Jake able to finish! And a great team play here by Valpo. Master Seb looked like he was going to go for the double for himself, but lays off, gives it to Oblivix. A great save there by Bradley, but Jank going to come in and score the goal. That was a great play by Valpo there.
Amazing play by Valpo. Exactly what we were talking about earlier. Sometimes just showing that a little bit of extra aggression. Because, again, Valpo had all 3 of their members on attack there. And so needing to be, realizing that that could have been extremely dangerous if that goal was not gotten. Valpo is going to be able to start taking a small lead here. Valpo is going to need to hit this ball out. But right now, Valpo has 73 seconds left to kill on this clock. So let Valpo run down this clock as that's positive for them. And can start giving, can make Valpo start taking the potential lead back in this best of 7.
1 minute left here, and they had a double commit there from Bradley, and that's going to leave an open goal for Valpo. So we see miscommunication here from Bradley. Canadian and AMX going to go for that ball, and Oblivix able to put it away without any trouble.
Valpo now has a little bit of breathing room with 58 seconds left on the clock. Anything can still happen. We want to continue to see Valpo get more goals, but at this point there's a little bit of cushion there, which especially in this series is something that I think that Valpo is going to feel the love of this slight cushion here.
We'll say Bradley playing quite aggressively now. They probably have to. Master Seb going to be back there, able to collect that ball, but Bradley going to go for it again, able to center this one up. Jank able to find the touch on that before it gets dropped down to the middle.
Nice block by Master Seb. We're going to see Master Seb is going to take it up, is going to get hit up into the air, but that is not going to fully... and Master Seb with the good angle to slow this ball down as we're counting down these final 10 seconds. Here with 6 seconds left on the clock, we are going to see that Bradley is going to score here. Assist by Canadian there into a goal by Wico.
We need to lock in for the kickoff here. as I'm sure Bradley's going to pull something out of their back pocket here that we haven't seen just yet. Potentially a Spanish kickoff here. Oh, as we do see Bradley's misses that, and that's going to do it for game 3. So Valpo going down in game 1, but able to find back-to-back games. They're going to take the lead in this series. Too bad this is a best of 7 and not a best of 3. But Valpo up 2-1 as we take a look at the scoreboard here. We had Oblivix leading the way with 2 goals. Jank having that other goal, and then Wico with both goals for Bradley. But Oblivix going to be the MVP of that game. And once again, we're seeing Valpo with a significant shot differential, having 10-7. That's kind of Bradley's play style. Valpo is a very much aggressive, attack-heavy team, where Bradley is a very much like defensive, like don't leave an open goal. Don't double commit to balls. Play aggressively. Like they don't want to commit that third person to the attack. We saw in Valpo's first goal or second goal of this game in game 3 that they sent Jank in as a third member to put the shot up there. But sometimes that's an aggressive play to make, and you don't want to make that play. But sometimes it's also necessary. And Valpo's a team who's going to make those aggressive plays and sometimes pay the cost for it, where Bradley plays a lot more conservatively. But we are getting started here in game 4. Yeah, how are you feeling, Adam?
I'm feeling the pressure, and I know if I'm feeling the pressure in the booth, I can't imagine what the 3 Valpo players are currently feeling right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we got the marketing team. Oh, Master Seb with a early goal. And that's going to be a definitely the quickest goal we've had in this series. But yeah, I was going to say we got the coaching staff out there, the marketing team. And for those of you who don't know, our Rocket League coaching staff is typically remote, but they're in person here today for the finals. So appreciate them showing up, showing out for their team. And yeah, also the marketing team. So, the bright lights are on today. 4:30 left here, and Valpo with a early goal from Master Seb. That's going to be big. And Wico just missing that one, just off target. I don't know if Master Seb would have been able to get back to that ball.
And something to point out here as we're in this, as we're kind of getting into this 4th game here, something that we didn't really get the opportunity, or I didn't get the opportunity to talk about. We're going to talk about this real fast. We're going to see AMX is going to be able to find an opening in Valpo's defense here. People going for boosts and just leaving that goal unattended for. So going to tie this game up, but something that in that last 6 seconds of game 3, we talked about it earlier, but one of Valpo's things that they've been really focusing on this match has been first touches. In seeing kind of the general view of the Rocket League Discord, there's been a lot of conversation about how to first touch and how to get it into your side successfully. I do believe at least some of that communication being led by assistant Coach Thamos, and we're going to see that Bradley is not going to leave. Valpo is not going to go down without a fight here, as AMX is going to score his 2nd goal of the series, again catching Valpo at a time where they don't have someone backing up in goal, and we're going to see that Bradley is going to take the lead for this first time in this game 4.
Yeah, every once in a while Bradley does have these games where AMX, being the SSL player that he is, kind of just has that the star taking over the game. When LeBron or like Michael Jordan, when they're hot, sometimes they just take over a game, but not if Jake has anything to say about it. So we got Optimus Prime getting hyped in the goal there. Oh, is that Optimus Prime, or is that what's that Transformer?
That's Optimus Prime.
Okay, perfect. I thought I messed it up. Anyways,
At least I hope it is.
I think it is. If not, I'm sure we'll hear about it.
We will be told that we are. But yes, let's continue seeing this hype in this chat as we are rooting, as we're rooting for Valpo here. It's going.
Yeah, we turned down the ads to very low just for Brick Solid this game, and for this entire week of all these championship games. So we need the support. But Jake, oh my goodness, and that is 2 goals for Jank in this game. I had to double check that because he's been on fire here.
Going to be the piece de resistance for Valpo, going to bring this game going to be a really strong showing by Valpo here, and by both teams, as we're seeing This has
Yeah,
been more goals now, I think.
this is a bit more of an exciting game here. I was very excited and then nervous when we were seeing those lead changes because a goal has been hard to come by in this series so far. But the gates have opened here, as Kiriko likes to say, and a lot of action so far. As we have about as many goals in the series just in the first half of this game.
Yes, and we're going to see just a little bit of slow action here just for a second.
I was hoping we get a Rule 1 there.
A Rule 1?
Yeah.
And with that, we're just gonna see both teams are just gonna kind of continue to keep going. I know that I think again we're already at game 4. Both teams. Again, you're playing best of 5s, and we've been seeing a lot of sweeps by Valpo. So I believe that at this point we're gonna start seeing a question of endurance. As we're gonna see that Bradley is going to score their own goal, bring tying this back up.
Yep.
2-3 all.
Amex getting the hat trick here in game 4. But Jank having 2 goals already, and Valpo already at 3, so going to be all tied up 3-3.
Demolition going to go to the side of Valpo here.
There's still 2 minutes left.
It does not feel like there's 2 minutes left. It feels like like 3 seconds.
Woo!
Let's see a good defense by Oblivix here. Canadian is going to get the demo. We're going to try the good old-fashioned Valpo strategy of not talking about the game so it goes towards Valpo. I've been seeing in chat that there's been some questions about the French toast hot takes.
Oh no. Yeah, if you guys tuned into the Beacon Breakdown yesterday, we had a tier list of breakfast foods, and Jank, who you see here in today's game, is a big French toast fan, and actually told us he would quit the team after what we ranked French toast. And we put French toast in a respectable A, just below pancakes and waffles.
Okay.
Which I feel like is a pretty mild take. But regardless, getting back into the game, Wiko with a shot here. But Jank able to collect that in plenty of time. 1 minute left here. It is fascinating to watch how Bradley has completely switched it up this game and has changed the pace, but that's going to leave him a little bit more vulnerable on defense, and Oblivix able to find a goal here to take the lead back.
Taking a look at Master Step, car bounced off the
Canadian. Nice bump there. You see that?
I did.
Sheesh.
Master Step keeping control of this ball and this game, and it seems like the strategy of not talking about the game is working, so I think we might continue for a little bit with Oblivix going for a goal, not going to be able to. Some conversations about your favorite breakfast food. We're going to continue to see here, which we're going to have to see if breakfast food will take the win if Jank maybe had some French toast this morning in order to prepare himself. But with 38 seconds left on the clock here, AMX going to go for a shot. Not going to have a lot of boost. Master Step going to take response, and Oblivix also going for a shot in the air. Master Step having an opportunity to shoot on goal. AMX needing to respond. Going to be able to, but again, slowing this ball down is exactly what Valpo is looking for. Ball gets dribbled past Oblivix. Goal relatively open here, and we're going to see the slight over momentum by Master Step.
The change of speed here from Wiko. Looks like he's going to go for another flip, but he actually fakes it. Or no, I think he, I don't know. Maybe we just missed it.
we might have missed it, but this game...
This darn director cam is going to get me fired from the commentator's booth. But anyways, 15 seconds left here. Important kickoff, and Bradley going to have a nice kickoff here, but not playing too aggressive off of it, though. 5 seconds left here. Kind of just holding our breath now. And that will hit the ground, and we're heading to overtime again. Game 4, Valpo up 2-1 in the series. Big overtime here. Canadian with a nice touch on that. Valpo going to be on the back foot initially here, but Master Seb with a nice clear, and Jank's going to be up there with full boost. Does get demoed there. And another demo, and Valpo going to be susceptible here. Blivix able to buy them a little time, and Jank going to be back with boost. Should have Master Seb off that back post, and there he is.
Oh, that ball kind of gets pinched a little bit, going to be up, but not going to be in the bases. Let's see this Valpo. It's overtime for Valpo to be able either for Bradley to go 2-2 or for Valpo to go 3-1. We need to see all of your support in the chat here. I know we don't normally, we try to engage you guys a little bit. We're going to see that Master Seb's going to go for a hit on the top. Wiko's going to be able to block it. Oblivic's going to respond, but not going to have a lot of boost. AMX going to be able to block. Master Seb not having boost himself. Canadian going for a shot on goal here. Master Seb and Jank going to double commit for that. Jank now taking the ball for himself. Oblivic's going to look for something here. Not going to be able to find much. Master Seb going on the block and is going to need to fight for this boost here.
Minute through overtime here, tied up 4-4. Bradley have had quite a few opportunities here in overtime, but Valpo has stayed steady on defense here. They are able to find the clear, but Canadian going to knock it right back over. Master Seb going to be off the roof. Not going to have much boost, though. Is going to pass at center. Jake not able to get the touch he wants on it there. And Canadian should be able to find a clear on this, but Oblivix with a nice 50 there.
Ooh.
Minute 30 now.
Can't tell if Wiko was going for that on purpose or if that was on purpose or that was an accident, but going to be able to slow that momentum down. Valpo not having a lot of boost here. It is going to be a full committal by the side of Valpo here. All 3 cars against Oblivix is here. This is going to give time, though, for Master Seb and Jake to get boost, which is going to be much needed. Ooh, that demo is going to be big because that ball is in Bradley's side here. Jake going to take this ball, but not going to have boost of his own. Master Seb is going to need to get this ready for Oblivix as the ball and with the bounce
big
from
goal.
the ground. Valpo going to take this game 5-4, bringing this game to a close, making it 3-1 Valpo.
And not the most flashy goal, but it gets the job done and is gonna put us in the lead up 3-1. So gonna be in a great spot in this series. In Valpo with 3 games straight now, and they are just 1 game away. Gonna be on match point for NECC spring title here. Woo! Taking a look again at that shot differential. Bradley having 8. Valpo nearing 20 now. But Master Seb leading the way with 1 goal. AMX having a hat trick in that game, but Valpo is able to outlast his surge there in game 4.
Game 4.
Starting to lose count with these best of 7s, but going to be heading into game 5 shortly here. Both teams taking a little breather. So they're going to take their full minute to kind of talk it over, especially Valpo being on match point now. So we'll see what Bradley decides to change up here. They were playing much more aggressively that game, which led to more goals for them, but also more goals allowed for them. So we'll see what they decide to switch up. What do you think Bradley needs to change here?
I was gonna say I think we're actually gonna see that Bradley's gonna be the one that's going to need that slight communication change. It seemed like multiple times we were seeing double or even triple commits, especially towards that end there, when all of them were kind of fighting in that pit in their orange left corner. We're just gonna see a lot of scuffle there. This is game 5 of the best of 7 series, with the potential of this being the final game with this being the potential final game for Valpo here.
Absolutely. Going to be match point for Valpo to deliver us our first championship of the academic year for Valpo Esports. So, I mean, big match here. Big 4 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Well, not going to have a lot of boost. Not going to be able to look for something. Shank going to skim slightly over the top. Not going to be able to find anything. That demo not going to favor Valpo here. Valpo need to be careful as Bradley is going to look for something here. Not going to look like he'll be able to. Jank is going to be able to keep this ball going. Oblivix is going to be on goal to hit that ball towards Bradley. Or swap back from AMX, but Oblivix is going to tap it slightly. And that demolition going to be huge for giving some momentum back towards the side of Valpo.
Absolutely. 4 minutes left here, and man, I just on the edge of my seat right now. Can't come up with words to say, but we do have Valpo surviving this defensive opportunity so far. And they're able to find a clear, but Canadian able to dish it right back in a scary spot. Wiko once again able to center that ball and put it in a dangerous position. Now we have AMX coming in, gonna have a somewhat of a shot. Jank able to stop that one. Oh, and ball in a dangerous territory with the backflip, and Jake able to get the second touch on it and get it out of there.
Valpo needs to be extremely careful here, though, as they are fighting without boost.
And we have survived that offensive opportunity. Oh, and Master Seb able to put it away. A little bit of a fast break here. transition offense. So we see Oblivix able to center this one up and put it in a great spot, and Master Seb is there to finish. Valpo going to be up 1-0.
Having an amazing counter clean offensive here. Again, not all these goals need to be extremely clean. That one was. But at the end of the day, it's whatever gets that ball in that goal. And both teams are expecting some kind of crazy action to happen. So sometimes going a little unorthodox.
Oh, big demo.
That demo, exactly what
Sheesh.
Valpo needs. As Oblivix is going to be able to find
the destroyer.
His goal here. Jank being the MVP for that goal, going to get that demo, not at all what Bradley was expecting. And some momentum being here for the side of Valpo. We did see that this could be the potential gentleman's sweep. Bradley was able to get the first game.
Maybe we could technicality see a sweep. Yeah, Valpo, like you said, not the most flashy team, but Wico finding the goal here. And, you know, we were getting a little overexcited for Valpo. I mean, they've only have 2 goals, so now only going to have a 1-goal lead here. But what I was going to say, Valpo, not the most flashy team, but you know what is flashy?
What is?
Trophies.
Trophies are very flashy. And both teams working their heart out. We're seeing the culmination here of just how much effort, how much practice. I know I said it earlier in the cast, and I'll say it again. And I know Henry and whoever else is in the booth will make sure to mention this, but there's been a lot of work for these teams as they're in these semis and in their finals. You have the Rocket League. You have Rocket League today, and as soon as we're done here, we will be transitioning off into Overwatch. Master Seb, but going back into this game himself, Oblivix going to find an open goal from Master Seb assist. Taking a quick second look at this goal here, we're going to see that a lot of scuffle was happening, but no one necessarily in there. Wico getting boost, but not going to be able to get there in time.
That is a big goal there to give Valpo that little bit of cushion just to feel a little more comfortable, but can't be comfortable quite yet. Master Seb's able to find a nice kickoff there. Wico's going to take it back. Jank without boost here. Ooh, going to land a bit rough and stop his momentum. AMX looking for the double. Just going to lay it off to a teammate. And Bradley able to find another goal and keeping this one close.
This is what it's what you want to see from a final game. Obviously, you'd love to see you want to see Valpo win, but a close game one feels so much more nerve-wracking. But also, it just shows that both teams have earned their spot here.
Absolutely. Master Seb with a nice goal there. Got to take a look at the replay here. Off the kickoff, Jank going to get a great kickoff, and Wico just not getting a hit on it there. Not able to recover, and Valpo going to be up 2 goals once again here. Hopefully we can break this streak of Bradley just answering right back, but Master Seb with another good kickoff. AMX going to collect it this time, going to go up. Whew. Another scary opportunity, but Jank able to save it. 1:45 left in this game 5.
And we're gonna see some. We're gonna see some members of the chat kind of throwing out who their favorite players are and what kind of experience that these guys are, what type of show they're all putting on for all of us here. Final 90 seconds left on the clock. AMX going up high for that ball. Not going to be able to find much. Master Seb with that demo going to be huge to slow down that momentum here. If Valpo's able to cinch one more goal, this is going to make it's going to be all on the side of it's going to be Valpo's game to lose if Valpo is able to score one more goal here in the next few seconds.
Yeah, minute left here. Jank trying to center it. Master Seb able to find the goal. Valpo going to be up 3 goals now, and that is a hat trick for Master Seb here on match point. Like you said, it is now Valpo's game to lose. Knock on wood. I know Blake would make me start going banging on the wood. Yeah.
I was going to say, I believe that we've seen Gucci Girl in the chat here.
Shout out Gucci Girl, #1 Rocket League fan, but we only have a minute left here. Valpo on match point in the NECC Spring Championship here. Oblivix with a nice save there. Master Seb going to find a demo on Canadian. Valpo trying to clear this one out. Oh, and not a great touch on that one. AMX going to have an opportunity, going to center it. Canadian not going to look for that shot. Bradley does follow up.
Jay not going to be able to find it, but that ball going to go a tiny bit wide. The demo by Oblivix, kind of surprising with that momentum there. Valpo with the final 30 seconds. We need your guys' support in the chat to make sure that this is going. Final 30 seconds. We're seeing that Manos, we're seeing that D&M all are in the chat right now giving their support because every second matters here. We're going to see that Master Seb going to take some control. AMX and Oblivix going to fight, bringing this, slowing down this ball back to normal. Ball being centered with a potential score by AMX. Wiko going to balls, going to flip over. And with these final seconds of the game, Jake scoring another. Jake finding, I think this is his first goal of this fifth game here. But with these final few seconds on the clock, this is going to be the first of many opportunities to see Valpo in the semis and the finals.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely wonderful performance. They have gone undefeated and have had a perfect season in the NECC. And with that, that is going to do it. And Valpo is going to take this series 4-1 and be your NECC Spring Rocket League champions. I mean, what a game. We had Master 7 with the hat trick there, finishing off strong. But yeah, I mean, NECC champions, it's our first one this academic year, and boy, does it feel good.
It's absolutely amazing to be able to watch these three come together and be able to score the first of what's hopefully going to be multiple championship titles here. Again, as one of the league players, and then someone's been able to kind of really watch these three grow even more in this past semester. Joining you guys here in the booth, watching these three perform an absolute masterclass of a show, that gentleman's sleep of Bradley getting the first game and Valpo consistently winning the next four. But don't go away, as we have plenty of games coming up for you tomorrow, and then these teams will all be heading to, I believe, Missouri State for land for the Missouri Valley Conference here, with semifinals and finals all going to get played these next few days.
Yep, but we'll be back in just about 10-15 minutes for Academy Overwatch in their NECC finals. So, fortunately, with that, we gotta go. But congrats again, once again, to the NECC Rocket League champions, Valpo Esports. I mean, Oblivix, Jank, Master Seb. What an incredible season, undefeated, perfect season. But with that, we're gonna end the stream here. My name's Henry Speedy Killer Ninja.
I'm Adam Once here. You're going to be catching Henry here in just a little bit for this final game. But thank you all again for tuning in, and thank you to seeing the first of what's going to be, hopefully, many trophies that the Valpo Esports team is going to bring back. We'll catch you all in just a few minutes with Overwatch, but until then, go Beacons!